name is Elizabeth Turner. So they're like, oh, this is Bootstrap Bill's son. What? So then Barbosa has dinner for Elizabeth, and she's just
Bootstrap son.
they have fresh food lying around their ship. Unclear.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's watch Pirates of the Caribbean Pitch Meeting by Ryan George. If you are new here, please leave a like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's start.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. It's a very exciting idea. Oh, boy. Yeah, I thought we could base a movie on one of those slow-moving boat ride attractions at Disney World. Oh. Okay, that doesn't sound super exciting. Oh, it's gonna be, though. We could get one of the main actors to pretty much do a Keith Richards impression, a lot of mumbling. Okay, so like a guitarist in his late 50s going about 2 miles an hour just kind of looking at stuff. No, the Disney ride's just a jumping off point. We're gonna build an adventure movie around that. So what ride are we talking about here? Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean. One of those pronunciations. Sure. So we're gonna meet this little girl, Elizabeth Swan, right? And she's helping out this kid, Will Turner, who they found in this big shipwreck caused by pirates. Oh boy. And she sees this pirate medallion of his and she keeps it. Okay. So years later, this guy Noring.
She keeps it because she knows that Will was a pirate and she don't want Will to get caught, like Will to get behind the bars. So that's why she took that medallion. I think that's what I remember from the movie because it's one of my favorite movie.
Wants to marry Elizabeth, and he knows her very well. How? Because he's known her since she was a small child. Oh, my God. Elizabeth has a crush on Will, and he has a crush on her. And what's his deal now? Well, he's a blacksmith now, and he's always walking around saying stuff like, Elizabeth. Gotcha. So then Elizabeth falls.
Elizabeth.
Because of course it was too tight, and that medallion sends this.
That's a spot-on impression of Orlando Bloom. Elizabeth.
Pulse out into the ocean. Oh, it does. Yeah, and turns out it called to these cursed pirates on this ship called the Black Pearl. Wow. So then Elizabeth is saved by this wacky pirate guy named Jack Sparrow who showed up in Port Royal earlier. Keith Richards, and even though he saves her life, everybody wants to kill him because he's a pirate. Very rude. Yeah, so he goes on this crazy, daring escape where I disregard physics and probabilities and all that boring crap for a bit. You gotta disregard that stuff sometimes. It is more fun that way, but as he's escaping,
it's really fun.
Will Turner. Oh yeah? Yeah, and Jack's gonna go to leave, but Will's gonna throw a sword into the door and lock him in the workshop with them. Why? To kill him, because he frickin' hates pirates. He doesn't know that he kind of is one. Why didn't he throw his sword at Jack then? Well, that'd be pretty messed up. You can't get...
I think Will Turner already knew that Jax has saved Elizabeth, so that's why he didn't throw the sword at Jack directly because he saved Elizabeth, so he didn't want to kill him. That's what I think has happened, but let's continue.
Back is turned, I guess. So then they have this big sword fight that ends with Jack getting knocked unconscious by Will's boss. Oh, instantly unconscious. That's definitely some brain damage, right? No, it's that wacky kind of head trauma where your eyes cross and you get up a bit later.
Wacky kind of head trauma.
So Jack gets put in a jail cell, and while he's in there, the evil pirates show up and they just go nuts around town. Whoa. Yeah, so Will throws an axe at one of them, gets him right in the back. Wait, if he throws an axe at this guy's back, why did he throw that sword at Jack?
When you put it like that.
So then these pirates try to grab Elizabeth, and she puts up a fight by dropping some hot coals on them, but they manage to get her eventually. Oh, hot coals are hot. They sure are, sir. Then Will's gonna get some
hot coals are hot.
Too, and some pirates are gonna recognize Jack.
Wacky head trauma.
Turns out he used to be captain of the Black Pearl till there was a mutiny led by this guy Barbosa. Okay. And then Jack's gonna see that when they're hit by moonlight, they turn to skeletons. Oh, now those are spooky. They sure are, sir. Yeah, so I guess Elizabeth and everybody else around town see some skeletons too. No, Jack's the only one in town that sees this. But if there's moonlight, well, it's a cloudy night. Moonlight was just hitting this one specific spot in the jail cell and nowhere else. Oh, sniper moons are tight. Yeah.
Sniper moons are tight.
I do want to know. Well, see, they stole some Aztec gold belonging to this guy Cortez, and this stuff was cursed by the heathen gods. Oh, cursed how? Well, now they can't die or taste or feel, and when there's moonlight, they turn to skeletons. Well, as I said earlier, those are spooky, but how'd that pirate earlier get burned by the coals if they can't feel things? I don't know. Fair enough. So anyway, they need to return the final medallion with the blood of the person who stole it. And who stole this last coin medallion thing? Will's father, Bootstrap Bill, but they tossed him in the ocean. Very rude. So now they want Will's blood? Exactly. But see, when they kidnap Elizabeth onto their ship, she's like, my name is Elizabeth Turner. So they're like, oh, this is Bootstrap Bill's son. What? So then Barbosa has dinner for Elizabeth, and she's just
Good stuff, son.
Or they have fresh food lying around their ship. Unclear. So then Barbossa's going to explain the whole curse to Elizabeth, and his whole crew's going to do this little choreography that they clearly put a lot of
Yeah.
work into. Good to have
Yep.
hobbies. And so back at Port Royal,
Yes.
Will's going to help Jack escape so they can go save Elizabeth. Going to be hard for them to get out of there without a ship. Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, they trick the entire crew of this one ship to go onto another ship, and then they just sneak onto theirs.
When I first watched this scene, I thought Jack Sparrow was brilliant, and I was fan since then of Jack Sparrow. This is first movie I think I watched of Johnny Depp, and I became fan of Jack Sparrow and Johnny Depp since then. And till now, I don't think anyone else can play better Jack Sparrow than Johnny Depp.
And take it. The entire crew of a ship got onto another ship. Every single crew member, sir. Like
When you put it like that.
Well, that may be, but it's going to drive the story forward. Well, okay then. So eventually the pirates are going to try to lift the curse using Elizabeth's blood, but she's going to be like, I lied about my name, you dummies. Right, okay, they just want to be mortal again though, right? Yeah, those dummies. So then what happens?
Dummies.
Ship battle, and Will is going to strike a deal with the pirates. And what's the deal? Well, he gets them to set Elizabeth and Jack free, but Barbossa's sneaky, so he just maroons them on an island. A very sneaky pirate.
Yep.
Yeah, but then Elizabeth sets a bunch of rum on fire, and they get rescued by her father and that guy who wants to marry her.
Gross.
From killing Will, right?
Right.
And he like playfully picks up some coins and tosses them back in the chest, but secretly keeps one, so he's cursed now. He can't die. Technically, wouldn't he be cursed no matter what, since he didn't return those other coins with his blood? Technically, he notices that. Oh, okay, great. So then he has this big sword fight with Barbossa, and he does this fun skeleton reveal, and then he shoots him just as Will drops the final medallion into the chest. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah,
Wow, wow,
wow. He still want to hang Jack, because he's still a pirate.
Yeah, I guess he is.
But then frickin' Will bursts in to save them. He throws a sword just beneath his feet, so he does this balancing thing.
Why didn't he throw the sword at the rope itself?
This guy doesn't really get much thought into where he throws weapons. Huh? I guess not. So then Will and Elizabeth help Jack escape.
Amazing.
And so Jack gets a ship and a crew. There's a cowboy there. It's a great.
And so
Wait, what? Wait. Was there a cowboy?
And so Jack gets a ship and a crew. There's a cowboy there.
I never noticed that.
It's a great time.
What?
And so, yeah, that's about it. What do you think?
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun.
We're going to have to get somebody really, really good to play Jack Sparrow, though. Definitely, sir. Someone that's going to be synonymous with the franchise. Somebody we wouldn't think of replacing.
Oh.
Hi, Ryan here. Thanks for watching that pitch meeting. Hope you liked it. Don't know why I said that all on the same note.
That's the wacky kind of head trauma. And the sniper moon. Yeah, it was a cloudy night, but it doesn't make sense that everyone should have seen the skeleton. But it's a movie, it's a fantasy world, so we have to give them little bit of room. The suspension of belief will always be there for this kind of movie. It's a fantasy movie. So I didn't know there was a cowboy till now. This is first time I'm shocked. First time I'm finding out. Otherwise, I always keep up to date with all the movies, but I didn't know this little fact. The other thing is, recently Disney has announced that there would be some female character who will be playing Jack Sparrow, and I'm not sure whether she's gonna do a great job, but for me, Johnny Depp will always be in Jack Sparrow. So his Orlando Bloom's imitation was spot on. Elizabeth. This is what Ryan Judd does. He takes your favorite movie, he finds out lots of plot holes, and he will ruin it for you. But it's toxic kind of love. You want to know what Ryan George is finding in the movie, what was the plot hole. But as I already said, it's a toxic love. You gotta watch. Fun fact: Keith Richard does show up in Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End as Jack's father. So that was a little nod to that he based the entire character based on Keith Richards. Well, if you like this reaction, I would be doing Pirates of the Caribbean pitch meeting series. So look out for that. And thank you all for enjoying it with me. And see you in the next video. Bye.